Hello everyone, it's Amber and welcome to the Instagram hop for the tag scrapbook kit. I am working on a photo of one of the kiddos here, Juliana. I'm actually really proud of her. She entered into a craft show in November and she crocheted all of this stuff. So she sent me the details. I went and visited her. They like live with their mom most of the time, but I went and visited her, bought some stuff, checked out the craft show. And I knew that's exactly what I wanted to feature when I saw the really bright, fun colors of this kit. So I originally thought that this is the one paper that I was going to use. And I really wanted to use this one, but I thought it would look a little bit too busy with everything going on in the photo. So I ended up settling on this one here, which I thought the colors complemented the colors of her photo a little bit more. So kind of already been playing a little bit with product here. And one of the things that I've been trying to figure out is how I want to handle everything, of course. So two of them I'm going to have filled in with some product, and one of them I printed out a copy of like the program, the flyer or whatever you'd say, and I'm going to cover the number 6-1 with that and try to cut it into the tag shape as best I can. And then I'll write in some notes or do digital typed up journaling for these. I'm not 100% sure yet. So here I have a wooden tag. These were from one of the Stories by the Month kits. I'm not sure which one, but I think I'm going to go with this pink one here. Sorry, here I am yawning. I pulled out these plastic numbers that are also from an old Ally kit. They happen to match the one in the 5. It was like a multi-colors for different numbers. That's to represent her age. And then I have a J for her initial. So I think the holes should fit right here and here. Actually, I can tell myself that right now. Yeah, so that should miss the holes. And then I've just been kind of digging through my stash looking for some fun stuff. So I think where the holes are, instead of trying to punch them or do anything, because I won't be able to easily get to the ones down here, I think I might put these sparkly brads through just to add some little bit of sparkle and color. So I've got some blues and pinks and greens. I found this rubber butterfly in my stash. I kind of had originally planned to use this one from one of Ally's older sets, and I really love the orange, especially with these numbers right here, but I think the yellow goes better. It helps pull in the like she's in a gymnasium, so there's like bleachers. This tag's yellow, so I think it helps pull the yellow through more. And then I thought, because this is a handmade item, sorry, here I am yawning again. Since it's a handmade item, I thought I would dig through my stash and look for like a felt heart, but I ended up finding these chenille kind of material ones. So I'm going to end up going with that one here. And my goal is to, I've got like so much stuff I've been going through here. I pulled out some word phrase stickers. So I want to find, I have, a couple different ones here. I have like a have courage one here, a savor this moment in black. There was a pink one here that says celebrating this moment that I would probably cut down to celebrating this. And then I have, on this one, there's a maker. So I might staple a phrase on that one. And then I was thinking about maybe layering a clear one over her age, or maybe over this butterfly. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to handle those. And then I pulled out some chipboard pieces here. I really liked the Love the Way You Shine. There's not, even though she's wearing black and I would have to put it over here somewhere, it was like too much black in the corner. I needed something with a little bit more bright pop of color. So I'm eliminating that as an option. I pulled out the craft themed ones, and I did really like the Made with Love, but it didn't really necessarily go with like the other shapes since everything is tag shaped. So I think I might go completely out of the ballpark and go with this arrow with these colored stars on it. This is a really, really old one from the Best kit, I think. Really, really old. But I thought that it might help guide your attention and kind of make you look here first and then help guide your attention over, because there's white here and then white here, and the colors kind of reflect the colors of what's going on the other side of the page. So I think that's what I'm going to end up going with, because I needed something on the other page, but I really like that arrow. So I tried looking through all my tag chipboard. The tags are different shapes, and I didn't really find any sentiments that I especially loved. I also looked through I have some paper chipboard here, or paper chipboard. I have paper tags here that I looked through, and I considered using this pink one, but it kind of like took up too much room on the photo. So I'm going to stick with the wooden piece. I think I really like that. And I was also looking through here for something that would look good, but since they're vellum and they're see-through, there's a QR code here that she had on her table. And I'm not necessarily trying to block it for any particular reason. It was just a natural space in the photo for me to add an embellishment. And since these are see-through, I didn't really have like a good place to necessarily put a vellum tag, even if they looked really cute. So, and I was having a hard time finding one that like might necessarily look good. Like this pink is cute, but like you really see through it and it makes you look at the QR code. It almost like highlights it. So I was not really able to use one of these like I had kind of hoped. So, I mean, I could always back it with white paper, but right now I'm happy with the wooden tag. And I wanted to also maybe try to use one of these round leather tags that's in the kit. So I'm working on figuring out a place to potentially put one of these. I really like this, remembering this little moment, or this is something we're celebrating. The bright orange, like it goes with the photos with the pumpkins, but it doesn't necessarily go with the layout. The blue might work though. So like, I would love to like dangle it right there as like a charm, kind of. Then it really blocks my 1 and my 5. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly my embellishments, but what I want to do is get the photo cropped out, get the holes punched in both pages. I want to get this cropped out and on here, get these pieces in place, I think, unless I decide I'm going to do digital journaling, and then I'll pretty much be done. So I'm really happy with how it's coming together. I wanted to keep it nice and simple, but also really celebrate this photo and how proud we were of her for this. You know, she had like all these cool display boxes, and she had like a little Christmas tree with ornaments hanging on it and a gift card holder. It was just really fun. So anywho, let me put you on fast forward and I'll get started. Okay, friends, so the first thing that I did was get the holes punched in both the paper and my photo, just so I had that part out of the way. And then I cropped out the little tag there, and I'm using my pencil to try to trace the corner. So I cut one corner off, flipped it over, used it to trace the other one, and then I just needed to trim a little bit off the bottom. So now I'm just getting ready to put down the embellishments that I've already made decisions on. So that Chenille heart, I believe, is from Felicity Jane, if I remember correctly. I'll see if I can find a link for it, but they're closing their business, so I don't know if I'll be able to. So I started to hold it in place and just staple it down, but it kept moving and I couldn't quite reach it with my thumb. So I just put a little bit of red line tape behind it to hold it in position, and then I was able to more easily staple it. The bottom one didn't really catch the sticker, so I just put another one on top, but it's really secure now, so it's not going anywhere. Then I used some red line tape on the butterfly and put that into position. I'm trying to remember who made that. That's just, a lot of this stuff's just been in my stash for so long. I'm afraid I'm going to have a difficult time trying to link anything for you except for the tag scrapbook kit. Unfortunately, I just stash busted, and the majority of these things are just really old. So I apologize for that, but use it as an excuse to try to, you know, use up some products from your stash as well. So just figuring out which sentiment I wanted to use there, and I really liked the "This is special," but I knew it wasn't going to fit all the way across, so I actually just cut it in half and used it 2 up like that, and just used the back of my little paper piercer to help me put it down in place and also smooth it down as well. Adding the chipboard star there, I believe that was from the Best kit. And then kind of skipping to the brads. I'm sort of just jumping around on all of the embellishments that like I said, I knew for sure I wanted to use as I was kind of still making some decisions. I had some, you might be able to just barely see them off to the left. I had some glitter chipboard words I was considering using instead of that plastic J. That was from Studio Calico, by the way. I don't know if I ever mentioned that in the intro. So just tucking that under there to see if I still wanted to use it. It was a little brighter than the 15, but I liked how it was see-through and I could fit it into that space. So I'm using some Gina K 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch tape there to help me put these see-through numbers on this wooden block. That double-sided sticky tape ends up being kind of clear, so it worked out really well for this. You couldn't really see the adhesive through the numbers at all, so I was really happy with that. So I just adhere those into place. I have them just going off the edges just slightly. And then grabbed my ribbon stash that I will link for you. I found this great velvet ribbon pack from Amazon that comes in like so many different colors, so I like using that because it's not too thick. So I just pulled a little bit through and stapled that into place as well. So I'm just pulling out my tiny attacher and putting that into position and trimming the pieces. I have to like twist it because velvet ribbon's only velvet on one side, of course, so I had to like twist it back, and that actually made it so that it wouldn't really lay very flat onto the page. And I was trying to smooth it down, but I decided to go ahead and put it up on some foam squares to give it a little bit of dimension. Those are Gina K. I like hers because they're low profile, so I just pull the backings off of those and put that back into position. And then I grabbed those clear word phrase stickers again and put one over the 15. I was just trying to figure out which one I want to use. And I believe I peeled it off and it had like another heart, like a heart or something attached to it. So I had to like cut that off and stick it back in and put that down. So then I added a little cork butterfly that was from my stash. And now I'm actually adding that tag down with some double-sided adhesive because it wasn't actually in position before. And then the last thing, you're not actually going to see me do the journaling, but I made the decision to just do it by hand with my pen and get all the rest of the embellishments down. I'll leave you with a live look in just a moment. Okay, friends, I am all finished. I'm really, really happy with how this came out. It's really nice and simple, but so colorful and bright. I ended up adding one more of these little tiny butterflies off camera. I felt like I needed one more thing breaking the barrier over here, especially because I don't have like a 6th sparkly brad. Also, these things like super ripped up the paper because of the way that they're designed. Like the brads don't come together in the middle. They're like the full width of the brad, so like trying to move them, like it really tore the paper. So I'm debating if I should put a little tape over there so that they don't move. But yeah, they didn't really work super great. But I really like how I have the Remarkable in a Maker. I mean, I think she did a great job for a 15-year-old. Absolutely. She just turned 15 right before this happened. I like the words on the butterfly and the heart here and how they add some more thickness and texture and the different materials and the ribbon. I'm really, really thrilled. I was thinking about stamping this, but I don't think I'm going to because it has a date on the tag here. I made it after the fact, but I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm really, really happy, and I hope you're inspired to use the tag kit in a simple way. I love how Allie designs these, so we can just, you know, use it as a space for stories. And I wanted to make sure to mention also that In the details, I will have a list of anyone else who's created a YouTube video for you, as well as a list of everyone on Instagram so you can follow along on the hop. So thanks so much for watching, and I can't wait to share more videos with you soon.